Namaste. Swami Vivekananda was once travelling in the state of Rajasthan in western India. He happened to meet a king called Ajit Singh Maharaj. Maharaja Ajit Singh was the king of a province called Khetri. The king was a very educated, cultured and patriotic person. He was educated in the West as well as in the traditional style in India too. Ajit Singh Maharaja had some genuine questions to ask Swamiji. One of his questions is very interesting. He asked, Swamiji, what is life? What is life? This apparently simple question is a very serious question indeed. A Western thinker comically says, the common man's life can be defined in 3 sentences. He was born, he lived and he died. But here, look at the beautiful definition that Swamiji gives to life. This is a very sensible and meaningful definition and of great value to all thinkers. Swamiji says, life is the unfoldment and development of a being under circumstances tending to oppress it. Life is the unfoldment and development of a being under circumstances tending to oppress it. Here there are 2 important aspects to life. One thing is that life is a constant process of development and unfoldment. The second part is that life means always facing pressure. So these are 2 important facets of life that everybody in this world has to face. Let's see the first part. Swamiji says, life is development and unfoldment. What is development? Development of what? We are all like seeds. We all have tremendous potentials in us, faculties in us, but we do not know what we have actually. What we see of ourselves right now is only the superficial aspect of our personality. There are layers of our personality where we have lots of hidden talents, tremendous capacities and tremendous spiritual powers also. That is why Swamiji says elsewhere, every man is potentially divine. We are divine, we are great, we have wonderful capacities in us, but they all lie dormant in us. Just as a little seed does not appear to us as if it can become a great banyan tree, but still it has its capacity. Similarly, every human being, although he appears to be a very simple person, just going on with his joys and sorrows, he definitely has tremendous potentials within him. What is life then? It is a process of unfolding what is within him. The unfoldment, the manifestation of the perfection we have within, the great spiritual energy we have within, the great talents we have, the great intelligence we have, the intuition we have, the love we have, the energy we have, everything within us, the expression of that, manifestation of that is life. So unless and until we are manifesting what we have within, life is not fulfilled. Every man consciously or unconsciously is expressing what he has within. But a person who does it knowingly becomes a great man and he succeeds in the right way. The rest of us always are seeking for something outside, forgetting that real life lies in manifesting what we have within. Well, let's come to the second part of this sentence. Swamiji says, life is the unfoldment and development of a being and the circumstances tending to oppress it. The second part says that there are circumstances in life that are always oppressing us, suppressing us, disappointing us, discouraging us. This happens to everybody despite our efforts to keep it away. Whatever we do, how much ever we try to keep ourselves very secure and safe and happy, we can never help facing challenges and problems because it's nature's way to keep us always in pressure. Small or big, some kind of a pressure is always there in man, and that is a healthy kind of pressure for growth. I am reminded of a small story which my mother told me when I was a child. It seems there was a young boy who was playing in a garden. He happened to see a small butterfly's cocoon, a shell, an egg, and the butterfly within, the little insect, was trying to come out. The little egg was shaking, there were cracks all over, and there was a grumbling sound from within. The boy was very excited. He got to know that the butterfly is going to take birth. He was happy, he was thrilled, he was waiting to see the butterfly emerge from the shell. But for a very long time, the butterfly's egg was only moving and there were only cracks on it, but the butterfly did not emerge. The little boy thought, Maybe the butterfly needs some help. Let me help it out. He took a little stone and tapped the egg, the shell of the egg, and soon the butterfly came out of the shell. And the boy was now very excited. He was waiting for the butterfly to open its wings and fly. But that did not happen. The butterfly, the little helpless insect, was crawling around for a very long time. The disappointed boy ran to his mother and asked her, "Oh mother, I helped this butterfly to come out of the shell, but it's not flying. What shall I do?" The mother asked what he had done. When he explained, the mother stroked the boy and said, "My dear child, you have done a very wrong thing. It's nature's way that every insect or every baby that needs to be born has to break its way out of its shell. It is struggle that helps the little creature to come out. But you have, in the process of helping the butterfly, you have indeed done it a great injustice. You have never allowed it to struggle and develop its strength. Because the butterfly did not struggle to come out by its own, its wings lack the strength to fly now. All its life it will be crawling like this and it can never fly. So this poor little insect will be eaten up by some bird very soon." This is a small story carrying a very great message. In life, we all look for shortcuts. We all want to be free of any pressure. We want people to accept us, adjust with us, love us, respect us. We want things to go very smooth. But we forget that without pressure, our real capacity, our real potentials never emerge. The more smoother the life is, the less we achieve. So, struggle and pressure is very important for us to manifest our energy, because that is when there is some friction, the real worth in us comes out. So life is always posing some kind of pressure upon us, and despite the pressure, we always need to go on and on. We have to manifest, we have to unfold, we have to develop, we have to achieve, and this is the real worth of life. This is what Swamiji says through his beautiful definition of life. Life is the unfoldment and development of a being under circumstances tending to oppress it. Let's understand, let us analyze, and let us implement this beautiful definition in our lives and live a very worthy and meaningful life.